Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me right now while you're sitting there making excuses. Someone else is grinding through their third failure today and still moving forward. That person, they're about to lap you. You think failure is your enemy? No! Failure is your teacher. But here's what separates champions from quitters. Byfinger, Jolster, Joel, people get knocked down and they stay down. They make failure their final destination instead of their fuel station. Let me tell you something about failure that nobody wants to hear. It's supposed to hurt. It's supposed to break you down. It's supposed to make you question everything. That's the whole point. The pain is the process. The breakdown is the breakthrough. I've watched thousands of people quit right at the moment they were about to break through. Right when they were one failure away from success. They gave up. They looked at their scoreboard and saw losses, but they couldn't see what was coming next. Victory. You want to know what the Byfingers see that the Byfinger Joser Guild don't? They see failure as data. Every rejection is information. Every setback is intelligence. Every no is navigational data, pointing them toward their yes. The Byfinger Joser Joel take failure personally. The Byfinger take failure professionally. They study it. They analyze it. They dissect it like a surgeon. Then they use that knowledge to come back stronger. But not you. Not today. Not ever again. When that rejection letter comes, when that business fails, when that relationship ends, that's not your cue to quit. That's your cue to get better. The Byfinger don't just bounce back, they bounce forward. Here's what I need you to understand. Your current situation is not your final destination. Your past failures are not your future forecast. Your present struggles are not your permanent state. Stop treating failure like it's toxic. Start treating it like it's training. Right now, write down your biggest failure. Look at it. Now ask yourself, what did this failure teach me that I couldn't have learned any other way? That lesson, that's your treasure. That's what separates you from everyone who never tried. The Byfinger collect failures like trophies because they know each one made them who they needed to become. You want to know why only Byfinger keep trying? Because Byfinger Joser Joel are comfortable with average. They're comfortable with good enough. They're comfortable with excuses. Comfort is the enemy of greatness. Let me break this down for you. Your comfort zone is not a place of safety. It's a pararison. It's a maximum security facility that's keeping you locked away from your potential. And the worst part, you're the warden, the guard, and the prisoner. Every morning you wake up, you have a choice. Stay comfortable and join the Byfinger Joser Joe. Or get comfortable and join the elite. The Byfinger live in discomfort. They thrive in uncertainty. They eat rejection for breakfast and ask for seconds. I want you to think about your comfort zone right now. What does it look like? Is it that job you hate but won't leave because it's secure? Is it that relationship that's going nowhere but you stay because it's familiar? Is it that dream you keep postponing because trying might mean failing? Break out right now. Today, the Byfinger Joser Joel have convinced themselves that comfort equals happiness. Wrong! Comfort equals stagnation. Comfort equals slow death. Comfort equals watching your dreams die one comfortable day at a time. When failure hits and it will hit. Your response determines your destiny. The Beifinger ask, why me? And curl up in their comfort zones. The Beifinger ask, what now? And step further into discomfort. You know what's comfortable? Giving up. You know what's comfortable? Making excuses. You know what's comfortable? Blaming circumstances, people, timing, luck. You know what's uncomfortable? Taking responsibility. Trying again. Facing your fears. Admitting you were wrong and starting over. But here's the secret. The Beifinger E. No, discomfort is temporary. But regret is forever. Jet yon comfortable. Stay uncomfortable. Grow uncomfortable. Make discomfort your home. Make uncertainty your playground. Make fear your compass minds. Because fear always points toward what you need to do next. The moment you get comfortable with being uncomfortable, you'll join the Beifinger E. The moment you make friends with failure, you'll become unstoppable. T. Esche Patterson's protocol. Here's what the Beifinger know that you don't. Failure isn't final. Quitting is final. Let me tell you about the Patterson's protocol. This is the operating system of champions. This is the code that runs in the background of every successful person's mind. Michael Jordan got cut from his high school basketball team. What did he do? He didn't go home and cry. He didn't switch sports. He didn't make excuses. He used that failure as fuel. He practiced harder. He trained longer. He came back better. Steve Jobs got fired from Apple, minus the company he founded. Imagine that humiliation. Imagine that public failure. What did he do? He started another company and another. Then he came back to Apple and made it the most valuable company in the world. Oprah got fired from her first television job. They told her she was unfit for television news. Now she's one of the most influential people on the planet. You think you're special because you failed once, twice, 10 times? Amateur. The Beifinger E. Fail fast, fail forward, and fail frequently. Frequently. But they never, ever quit. Here's the Patterson's protocol in action. Step E. Accepted the fairy. Don't deny it. Don't minimize it. Don't make excuses. Look it in the eye and say, yes, this happened. And so what? Step R. Extract the lesson. Every failure has a gift wrapped inside it. Find that gift. What did you learn? What would you do differently? What strength did you discover you didn't know you had? Step 10. Adjust the approach. The Beifinger Joel. Keep doing the same thing, expecting different results. The Beifinger E. Use failure to evolve. They adapt, they pivot, they innovate. Step, sir. ATACK again, not tomorrow. Not next week. Not when you feel ready. Now, the Beifinger attack their goals with the fury of someone who's been knocked down and refuses to stay down. Right now, think about something you quit, something you gave up on, something you let defeat you. Now, ask yourself, what would have happened if I had applied the Patterson's protocol? That's the power of the Beifinger. They don't just try again, they try better. They don't just get back up minds, they get back up stronger. The graveyard is full of people who quit one day too soon. Don't join them. Be part of the 500 you who keep going when everyone else goes home. Right now, make a commitment. Say it out loud. I will not be part of the 500 who quit. I will be part of the 500 who Pete Sturston. Say it again, louder. Make it a declaration, not a hope. Make it a promises, not a wish. The mental fortress. Your mind is a battlefield, and right now, the 500 mentality is winning. It's telling you to quit, to give up, to join the crowd of people who tried their best. Enough! Listen to me carefully. Your mind is either your greatest asset or your worst enemy. There is no middle ground. Right now, which one is it? The 500 have weak minds. They let every setback become a comeback killer. They let every no become a permanent stop sign. They let every failure write their final chapter. But the 500, they built a mental fortress that failure cannot penetrate. Let me teach you how to build yours. Forden, identity shift. Stop identifying as someone who fails. Start identifying as someone who lear an S. The 500 Joel say, I'm a failure. The 500 say, I'm a student. When you change your identity, you change your reality. Walls, selective attention. What are you focusing on? Your losses or your lessons? Your setbacks or your setups? Your problems or your progress? The 500 have trained their minds to see opportunity in every obstacle. They see lessons in every loss. They see strategy in every struggle. Yard, towers, positive self-talk. The conversation in your head determines the direction of your life. The 500 will fill their minds with doubt, fear, and excuses. The 500 program their minds with affirmations, declarations, and determination. Right now, what's the voice in your head saying? Is it cheering you on or tearing you down? Is it pushing you forward or holding you back? Ammunition, empowering questions. Instead of asking, why did this happen to me? Ask, what is this preparing me for? Instead of asking, what if I fail again? Ask, what if this failure leads to my breakthrough? Instead of asking, why can't I get it right? Ask, what can I learn from getting it wrong? Build a mental fortress that failure cannot penetrate. When doubt creeps in, shut it down. When fear whispers, scream back. When failure knocks, don't just answer the door. Welcome it on and learn from it. The 500 don't just think positive thoughts. They think powerful thoughts. They don't just hope for success. They speb it. They don't just want to win. They refuse to lose. Your mind is your weapon. Sharpen it, strengthen it, protect it right now. Build one wall of your mental fortress. Choose one negative thought pattern that's been defeating you and demolish it. Replace it with a thought that empowers you, strengthens you, pushes you forward. The battle for your success is won or lost in your mind. Make sure you're fighting on the right side. Knowledge without action is warrantless. The 500 know what to do. They just don't do IT. The 500 don't just know. They execute. Let me tell you the brutal truth about execution. It's not about having the perfect plan. It's not about waiting for the right moment. It's not about having all the resources lined up. It's about moving despite the fear, despite the doubt, despite the uncertainty. The Motivational are professional planners. They plan to start. They plan to begin. They plan to get ready. They have meetings about having meetings. They research the research. They prepare to prepare. Stop planning your life. Anyway, the 5NG are professional executors. They understand that a mediocre plan executed beats a perfect plan that never gets started. They know that imperfect action creates perfect feedback. Here's the execution engine that drives the bife injury. Ignition. Immediate action. The moment you have an idea, inspiration, a spark, you have 5 seconds. 5、4、5、3、2、1、5、1、go! After 5 seconds, your brain will talk you out of it. The bife injury 就是来 in that 5 second delay. The bife injury live in immediate execution. Tick, acceleration, daily discipline, the bife injury. Don't wait for motivation. They create momentum through daily action. They do something every single day that moves them toward their goal. Not when they feel like it. Not when it's convenient. Every single day. Navigate. Course correction. The bife injury jolt thing execution means getting it right the first time. Wrong. The bife injury understand that execution means getting it started, then adjusting as you go. You can't steer a parked car. You can't correct a course you haven't started. Fuel system, feeling forward. Every failure fuels the execution engine. The bife injury let failure stop their engine. The bife injury use failure as premium fuel. Each setback makes them run faster, stronger, more efficiently. Right now. What's one action you've been postponing? What's one thing you know you should do, but you keep finding excuses not to do it? I don't care if you don't feel ready. I don't care if you don't have all the resources. I don't care if you're scared. DOT now. Make that phone call. Send that email. Start that project. Have that conversation. Take that first step. Stop planning to start. Stop preparing to begin. Stop getting ready to get ready. Start now. The bife injury say I'll start Monday. The bife injuries say I'll start now. The bife injury wait for perfect conditions. The bife injury create conditions through action. You want to know the difference between dreamers and achievers? Dreamers think about it. Achievers do it. Imperfect action beats perfect inaction every single time. The bife injury are not afraid of messy beginnings. They're afraid of clean endings that lead to nothing. Here's what I want you to do. Before this hour is over, take one action. Any action. Something that moves you closer to your goal. Document it. Celebrate it. Then take another action tomorrow. You want to join the bife injury? Then move right now. The execution engine is waiting for you to turn the key. THE relationship. AUDIIT. Look around you. Who's in your circle? Are they part of the bife injury or the bife injury Joe? Because here's the truth that nobody wants to hear. You become who you spend time with. This isn't feel-good psychology. This is cold, hard reality. Show me your friends, and I'll show you your future. Show me who you're listening to, and I'll show you where you're going. Show me who's in your ear, and I'll show you what's in your heart. If your friends are comfortable with mediocrity, guess what? You will be mediocre. If your family accepts failure as final, guess what? ULQIT. If your circle celebrates excuses, guess what? Why you make excuses? But if you surround yourself with people who see failure as fuel, guess what? Wow, you si failure, USPRTS, fierta, use STS, fuels, as fuel. Teach a relation jurisdiction process, AUDIT process, AUDIT process. Alright, step E, THE, energy test. After spending time with each person in your life, ask yourself, do I feel more energized or more drained? Do I feel more inspired or more defeated? Do I feel more capable or more limited? The pipe injury eliminate energy vampires and surround themselves with energy generators. Du SSFG, SSF duracity, do their precision me. Step R, THE, vision engagement. Do the people in your circle share your vision for greatness? Or are they constantly trying to pull you back to reality? The Biventure Joster Joe, call your dreams unrealistic. Silla Mickey. The Biventure called them inevitable. Step Sen. THE, growth. Oath. Factor. Are the people around you growing or are they stagnant? Are they learning or are they complaining? Are they building or are they breaking? The Biventure E, surround themselves with people who are constantly evolving. To step, not to stack, TE represent, not to sack, one the pigoted, sir. T disperses to your failures. This is the big test. When you fail, then you will fail. How do the people in your circle respond? Do they say, I told you so? Or what did you learn? Do they say, maybe you should quit? Or what's your next move? The Biventure Joser Joel kick you when you're down. The Biventure will lift you up. Right now, I want you to make a list. Draw a line down the middle of a piece of paper. On the left side, write the names of people who drain your energy, doubt your dreams, and discourage your growth. On the right side, write the names of people who energize you, believe in your vision, and push you to be better. Look at that list. Really look at it. The people on the left, you need to limit your exposure to them. I'm not saying cut them off completely. If they're family, but you need to protect your dreams from their doubts. The people on the right, you need to spend more time with them. You need to learn from them. You need to model their mindset and their methods. But here's what most people don't realize. If your right side is empty or almost empty, you have work to do. The Biventure actively seek out mentors, coaches, and peers who are where they want to be. Teaching mentor imperative. The Biventure don't just find mentors. They HTNT for them. They read their books, attend their seminars, join their masterminds. They understand that proximity to greatness creates greatness. Find someone who's already doing what you want to do. Someone who's already been where you want to go. Someone who's already overcome what you're struggling with. Teaching peer power. Surround yourself with people who are on the same journey. People who understand the grind. People who celebrate your wins and analyze your losses. People who won't let you quit when you want to quit. Your relationships. Elevate your circle. Eliminate the voices that tell you to quit. Your network determines your net worth. Your circle determines your success. Your associations determine your destinations. Choose wisely. Choose powerfully. Choose like your future depends on it. Rhymes, because it does. Here's what scares the Biventure Joel. They think failure should be rare. The 500 know better. The 500 fail more than the 500 Joe because they try more than the 500 Joe. Let me blow your mind with some truth. You're not failing enough. You're playing it too safe. You're protecting yourself from the very thing that will make you great. The 500 Joe try to avoid failure. The 500 try to accelerate failure. They want to fail fast, fail cheap, fail forward. They understand that every failure is a stepping stone, not a stumbling block. T failure for wingy formula. AT times P test PTS times lessons times AD adjustments. Success. The more you attempt, the more you learn. The more you learn, the better your adjustments. The better your adjustments, the CeeLo, sir, you get to success. But here's where the 500 Joe get it wrong. They think the formula is go perfect plan N times perfect timing times perfect execution when success. Wrong. That formula leads to paralysis, not progress. TSE rapid, Frauders Spiesen, Edgevressage, rapid, Fellers, Flera, Strevischen. HPACSC, Farley, acceleration. Instead of trying to avoid failure, pursue it. Set a goal to fail. E-by times this year. Make failure your friend. The faster you fail, the faster you learn. The faster you learn, the faster you SUC-ed, CE-ed, PASEUR. Fui denolisis. Don't just fail. Study your failures. What went wrong? Why did it go wrong? What would you do differently? The 500 Joe just move on from failure. The 500 DIS seeked it like scientists. PASE3, fully integration. Take the lessons from your failures and integrate them into your next attempt. Don't just try again. Try better. Don't just start over. Start smarter. All right, let me tell you about failure frequency in the real world. Dyson created Woo. eBay Arthur Loop fastens prototypes before creating the vacuum that made him a billionaire. Most people quit after Woo. Colonel Sanders was rejected. Ippy, go times. Before someone said yes to his chicken recipe. Joe. Most people quit after sure. Thomas Edison failed over Ling times before inventing the light bulb. When asked about it, he said, I didn't fail Ling times. I found Ling ways that don't work. You want to know the difference between the 500 Joe and the 500 The 500 Joe count their failures as reasons to quit. The 500 count their failures as qualifications to succeed. THEH failure resuming. Right now, I want you to create a failure resume. List every major failure you've had. Next to each one, write what it taught you. Next to that, write how it made you stronger. Look at that list. That's not a list of defeats. That's a list of DEs. You have a PhD in perseverance. You have a master's in resilience. You have a bachelor's in bouncing back. Teach a failure mindset shift. Stop saying I failed. Start saying I learned. Stop saying I'm not good enough. Start saying I'm not good enough. Stop saying this is too hard. Start saying this is making me stronger. Fail faster. Fail smarter. Fail forward. But never fail to get back up. Never fail to learn. Never fail to try again. That's the person who fails E by times and gets up E by Ling E times beats the person who never fails because they never try. Your failure frequency determines your success. V.E. Flotno. The more you're willing to fail, the faster you'll succeed. Right now, commit to failing more. Commit to trying more. Commit to leaning more. Because here's the truth. The Baipanji know you don't drown by falling in the water. You drown by staying there. Sessit. T-H-E. Success. Sesquenza. Quinzis. Success isn't a destination. It's a sequences. And failure is part of that sequence. The Bifender Joser Joe think the sequence goes try, pass, succeed. The Bifender, you know it goes try, de, fail, de, learn, adjust. Try, de, fail, learn, adjust. S-U-C-C-E-D. But here's what the Bifender Joser Joe don't understand. They're trying to skip steps in the sequence. They want to go from try to succeed without the fail, learn, and adjust. That's like trying to build a house without a foundation. Every step in the sequence is jory. Every failure is recorded. Every lesson is NECSRE. Every adjustment is critical. TSE, complete success. Synensis, cara, step E, vision. It starts with seeing what doesn't exist yet. The Bifender E have the ability to see their success before it happens. They visualize it. They feel it. They believe it before it's real. Step R, decision, not just wanting it, minus de-hiding it. The Bifender Joser Joel want success. The Bifenji decide to be successful. Want is a wish. Decision is a commitment. Steps and action. Taking the first step without seeing the whole staircase. The Bifender Joser Joel wait to see the path. The Bifender create the path by walking. Step Sir Philly, here it comes. Mine's the step the Bifender Joser Joel fear most. But the Bifender accept it. They prepare for it. They welcome it as a teacher, not an enemy. Step Woo, analysis. What went wrong? Why did it go wrong? What can be learned? The Bifender Joser Joel skip this step and wonder why they keep failing the same way. The Bifender study this step like their life depends on it. Step D, adjustment, using the lessons to modify the approach. The Bifender Joser Joel keep doing the same thing, expecting different results. The Bifender evolve their strategy based on their failures. Step T, persistence, going back to action with new knowledge. This is where most people quit. Right here. Right when they're about to break through. Step, spot. Combo and growth. Each cycle through the sequence makes you stronger, smarter, more resilient. The failures stop hurting as much. The lessons become clearer. The adjustments become more precise. Step Jewel, breakthrough. Suddenly everything clicks. All the failures, all the lessons, all the adjustments culminate in success. But here's what the Bifender Joser Joel don't realize. This isn't the end. It's just the beginning of the next sequence. Let me tell you about sequence thinking in real life. Walt Disney was fired from a newspaper for lacking imagination and having no good ideas. His first animation company went bank-R-U-P-T. He was told Mickey Mouse would fail because a giant mouse on screen would terrify women. He went through the entire sequence multiple times before creating the Disney Empire. Thief of Kings' first novel, Carrie, was rejected 6 times. He threw it in the trash. His wife pulled it out and made him try again. He went through the sequence 30 times before that breakthrough. J.K. Rowling was a broke depressed single mother when she wrote the first Harry Potter book. It was rejected by surer publishers. She was one rejection away from giving up. When finally one publisher said yes, THECS wanted, like it's the acceleration, PR principle. No? The more you respect the sequence, the faster you move through it. The Bifinger Jolser Joel try to skip steps and end up taking longer. The Bifinger honor every step and accelerate through the sequence. Don't skip steps in the sequence. Don't try to bypass the failures. Embrace them as part of your success story. Every failure is moving you closer to success. Every setback is setting you up for a comeback. Every no is bringing you closer to your yes. Right now, identify where you are in the sequence. Are you in the failure phase? Good. That means you're trying. Are you in the analysis phase? Excellent. That means you're leaning. Are you in the adjustment phase? Perfect. That means you're growing. Wherever you are in the sequence, honor it, respect it, and keep moving through it. The sequence doesn't lie. The sequence doesn't fail. The sequence delivers for those who stay in it long enough. Success is not about avoiding the sequence. Success is about mastering the sequence. Teach a legacy decision. What do you want your legacy to be? That you were part of the Bifinger Jolser Joe who gave up when it got tough, or part of the Bifinger E who kept fighting when everyone else went home? This isn't just about you anymore. This is bigger than your comfort. This is bigger than your fear. This is bigger than your excuses. Your children are watching. Your family is watching. Your community is watching. Future generations you'll never meet are depending on the decision you make right now. Teach a legacy lens. When you look at your life through the legacy lens, everything changes. Suddenly, giving up isn't just about you. It's about everyone who needed to see that it was possible to keep going when everything looked impossible. Let me paint you a picture of two legacies. Lazy of thee, Bifinger Jolser Joel. They tried, but it got too hard, so they quit. They had potential, but they didn't have persistence. They started strong, but they couldn't finish. They had dreams, but they let circumstances crush them. Lazy of the Bifinger, they got knocked down, but they got back up. They failed, but they never quit. They showed us what was possible when you refused to surrender. They didn't just succeed for themselves. They succeeded for all of us. Which legacy do you want to leave? Generational impact. Your persistence or your quitting doesn't just affect you. It programs the people watching you. When your children face their first major failure, what example will they remember? When your friends encounter their biggest obstacle, what will they think of when they think of you? The Bifinger understand that their persistence is contagious. Their refusal to quit gives others permission to keep going. Their breakthrough becomes everyone's breakthrough. TIT ripple effect. Every time you get back up after failure, you send ripples through the universe. Someone, somewhere sees your resilience and decides not to quit on their dream. Someone witnesses your persistence and finds the courage to try again. You think your struggle is just about you? Wrong! Your struggle is about every person who's ever been told they're not good enough. Your comeback is about every dreamer who's been knocked down. Your success is about every person who needs to see that it's possible. Tisa Esther Acnabilly. Think about the people who came before you. The ones who sacrificed so you can have opportunities they never had. The ones who persevered through situations far worse than anything you're facing. Are you going to honor their sacrifice by quitting when it gets tough? Your ancestors didn't survive wars, poverty, discrimination, and hardship so you could give up on your dreams because of a few failures. They endured so you could overcome. Teach a future obligation. Right? Think about the people who will come after you. The ones who will face the same struggles you're facing now. What example are you setting? What path are you creating? Are you making it easier or harder for them to succeed? The Bifantry understand that they're not just building their own success. They're building a bridge for others to follow. Tishi Legacy Decision Framework. Ask yourself, what story do I want people to tell about me? What example do I want to set for my children? How do I want to be remembered? What impact do I want my life to have? What would I regret more or minus trying and failing or not trying at all? He right now make the legacy decision. Decide that your story will be one of persistence, not quitting. Decide that your example will inspire, not discourage. Decide that your legacy will be about what you achieved. Despite the failures, not because you avoided them. This decision isn't just about your success. This decision is about everyone who's watching you, learning from you, being inspired by you. You have a responsibility to keep going, not just for yourself, but for everyone who needs to see that it's possible. Be the example. Be the inspiration. That the proof. Be the proof that the human spirit is stronger than any circumstance. Your legacy starts with your next decision. Choose like the world is watching because it is. Tiashikan commitment, Siramon. This is it. This is your moment. Right here, right now. You decide which group you belong to. The Bifantry Joel are already walking away. They heard the first hour and thought, this is too intense. This is too hard. I'll try something easier. They heard our woof and said, I'll start Monday. They heard our chi and said, I don't want to fail that much. They heard our Joe and said, that's too much pressure, but you're still here. You're still listening. You're still readies. That alone separates you from the Bifantry Joel. The fact that you've made it this far, that you've absorbed sheer hours of intensity, that you're still hungry for more, that's Bifantry behavior. But listening isn't enough. Understanding isn't enough. Even agreeing isn't enough. The Bifantry are defined by one thing, commitment, followed by consistent action. THE commitment ceremony BGS now. Step E, THE declaration. Stand up right now. Yes, right now. I don't care where you are. I don't care who's watching. Stand up. Look yourself in the mirror. Mine is, or imagine looking yourself in the mirror and make this declaration. I am not average. I am not ordinary. I am not part of the Bifantry Joel. WHOQYT. I am part of the Bifantry E, who petistered. I will face failure and fight T. I will encounter setbacks and stand. I will meet rejection and return. I will never, ever, ever give up. Say it with conviction. Say it with power. Say it like your life depends on it, minus, because it does. Step R, teach you can't. Write this down. Right now. Get a piece of paper. Open your phone. Write on your hand. I don't care. Write this contract with yourself. Your name. Commit to being part of the Bifinger who never quit. I understand that failure is part of my education, not my destination. I commit to trying again, learning more, and growing stronger every single time I get knocked down. This is my promise to myself, my family, and my future. Oh, I will honor this commitment even when I don't feel like it, especially when I don't feel like it. Sign it, date it, honor it. Say steps in, THE first action right now before you leave this moment. Before you get distracted, before you let doubt creep in, take one action that moves you toward your goal. Make that call, send that email, write that first page, take that first step. The Bifinger don't wait for motivation. They create momentum through immediate action. Step sur THD Gaxably system. Who's going to hold you accountable? Who's going to check on you when you want to quit? Who's going to remind you of this commitment when you forget? Choose someone. Tell them about this commitment. Give them permission to challenge you when you start making excuses. Step woo, THE daily ritual. Every morning, before you do anything else, remind yourself, I am part of the Bifinger who never quit. Let that be your first thought. Let that guide your first action. Every night, before you go to sleep, ask yourself, what did I do today that a Bifinger would do? Celebrate the wins. Learn from the losses. Plan for tomorrow. THE final test. Here's how you'll know if you're truly part of the Bifinger when failure comes into NASA, and it will come. You won't ask, why me? You'll ask, what now? When obstacles appear, and they will appear, you won't ask, how can I avoid this? You'll ask, how can I overcome this? When people doubt you, and they will doubt you, you won't ask, what if they're right? You'll ask, how can I prove them wrong? A THE graduation. Hey, you are now graduating from the Bifinger Joe who make excuses to the Bifinger who make progress. From the majority who quit to the minority who pissed. From the crowd who settles to the elite who succeeds. This isn't the end of your journey. This is the beginning. This is your commencement ceremony into a life of resilience, persistence, and ultimate success. THE final charge. Now go. Your journey as part of the Bifinger starts now. Your failures are waiting to teach you. Your obstacles are waiting to strengthen you. Your dreams are waiting for you to earn them. You are no longer the person who was afraid to fail. You are no longer the person who quit when it got hard. You are no longer the person who made excuses. You are now part of the Bifinger who never, ever, ever give up. Welcome to the Bifinger. Now prove you belong here.